one of the hymns out of the Gospel Pearls. It blessed my whole soul yesterday. I don't know, Brad. I got in my feelings about my grandmama yesterday, and I smelled some perfume and mixed with he was singing those songs, man. And that guy, the gentleman on the organ, went into a unbelievable solo, and you just took me all the way back to my childhood to church yesterday. You want to hear some old-fashioned gospel music? Make sure you visit House of Hope, because he gonna throw you one or two in there, and he gonna sit up there and sing them doggone old school church songs. And I really, really appreciated that. And we sold out every single book that we had, and I look forward to I'll be announcing the book signings coming up this week. And I thank everybody who's bought a book and who's been reading it. What up, Jeff?
What up, brother?
Man, happy to have you this morning.
Good to be with you this morning, man. I'm super excited, man, and proud of you, man. The book is fantastic.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. You know that means a lot coming from you. Now I appreciate that.
No, I think I told you, man. Listen, I don't want to go too much into it. We got three things, but I just so appreciate you, your willingness to take people on your journey, and give them tools that helped you laugh in the midst of pain. And that's not easy to do. So I'm celebrating you, brother. And I know I'd love to talk more about the book later on, but just super proud of you, man. I'm so excited.
Thank you, bro.
So y'all, listen, tomorrow is the first and only, I believe, vice presidential debate. It's going to be 90 minutes on CBS, and the network is saying that they reserve the right to mute the candidate's microphone. However, it's, and I quote, unlikely the presidential debate mics will otherwise be hot. And that's from a release from CBS News. So it's the candidates who's asked the question will have 2 minutes to answer, and the other candidate will have 2 minutes to respond. Candidates are going to have 1 minute for additional rebuttals, and an additional minute to continue a topic might be given based on the moderator's discretion. And the candidates are not permitted to interact with staff during breaks. They're provided a pen and a pad or a paper and a water bottle, but no prompts. No pre-written notes are allowed. And there's going to be 2 commercial breaks over that 90 minutes. And it starts tomorrow at 9. And so, I'm not sure what this debate is going to mean to people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that in some cases it just gives J.D. Vance an opportunity to continue to just do the talking points. I'm wondering if this will mean anything, and I'm curious of what you all think. Excuse me, because there's been so many conversations about the Harris campaign and specifics. And Waltz is a pretty pragmatic guy. I mean, he's a political executive. He's a governor. He has the, I think, chops, but he also knows how to speak to people in plain talk. And so I'm just curious of you all's thoughts. Is this going to matter, or is it really just political theater in your mind?
I think it's political theater because at this point, Jeff, honestly, if you're still, quote, undecided, I don't know what else you need to see.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Well, and let me ask you this, though. We keep talking about undecided, but I don't know if it's the undecided issue. I don't think, for me, it's not a lot of people deciding between do I vote for Donald Trump or do I vote for Kamala Harris. It's do I vote? And so
right.
the deciding for me is, does somebody say anything that I believe, number one, and then does somebody say anything that really speaks to the stuff that I care about? Because I agree with you, Kay. I don't think that people are trying to decide between one or the other. I do think there are a lot of people that are trying to decide, do I turn out?
But as a black person, I think if you're still in that category, I mean, I just don't know what else you need to have shown to you to let you know that this is important enough for you to get up off the couch and go and do what you need to do. I just don't understand people who are still even in that category.
I mean,
that's your right. That's your right to be in that category. I don't understand.
Don't trust the system. I understand people who don't trust the system. I understand people who don't trust the people in it. I understand people who don't have a huge amount of faith one way or the other. I understand people who believe that some of these issues are so high and they're dealing with issues that are right on the ground. And there's all kind of reasons. So I'm with you, Kay. Like, I've been in this long enough to understand, as much as I don't trust it, I understand I have to be involved in it. I know it's not my only weapon. It's one of many. And I know that at the end of the day, somebody's going to appoint judges, spend money, and pass laws. And so I want somebody to be in there that I think will hurt my family the least.
Pretty much.
Whether I believe in somebody or not. And so I get those things, but I do think we just got to be careful, okay? Because I just think there's some people that are so disenchanted by the whole process that for them is like, what is the damn point? And I believe that there is one. You believe that there is one. And I just don't know if it's fair to say to people, what the hell is wrong with you when you don't think there's a point, when there's so many people that don't ever feel like they've gotten a win from participating in presidential politics.
So, Jeff, what do you think either of the candidates need to say, or the points that they need to hit on to resonate with those people who are perhaps deciding, if they're going to vote or they're going to vote grudgingly? What do you think the message is that will resonate them, that will bring them to the polls?
I think both campaigns are going to have an issue around, can you do plain talk and give real vision through specific things you want to do? And I think that's hard to do sometimes, but I think that's the thing. And then I think that this is about the campaign knocking on doors and making phone calls and being in people's community more than it is this debate.
That's good stuff.
Because I think that's going to make a difference in those margins.
Yeah. Now, I see Tim Walz doing a lot of that on his social media. Like, he is on the ground, in restaurants, in communities, knocking on doors. He's definitely showing that, at least on social media, from what I see.
Yeah, those places are going to make a difference. So I know we got to get out of here, y'all. Hit me at Jeff's Nation. Let me know what you think, and I'll be with you all on Thursday.
There it is, y'all. Mate, I appreciate that. Jeff Johnson front page coming up next.